right, hello, we're back. It is Saturday night, and yeah, a lot to talk about tonight, I think. You guys all probably saw the video this morning, so I'm sure that will be a heavy topic tonight, and probably the center of a lot of the conversation. But anyway, let's start off with the usual good stuff first. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. Hope you all had an excellent Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. I'm going to jump into the chat, say hello. Before I do, if you enjoy these streams, please hit that like button, and don't forget we do have the Black Friday sale going on. If you saw the video, the 30% to 80% collections will continue on beyond this weekend. They'll be the name and codes might even change, but they're automatic discounts anyway. So those will stay on for the time being, and but the 20% part will go away at the end of the day on Monday, the 1st. So take advantage while you can, and who knows what comes after that. But anyway, let's jump into the chat, say hello. What's up, Kumar? What's going on? Matthew Mahoney, MZ, Migs. Hey, Nick, sorry to hear, but Mecha Warehouse going away. It's going to be missed. Thank you. Solid Monkey, what's up? Search Engine, Mimic Senpai, Baka ZCO, Ragnax, what's up? Lewis Wong, Johnny, Real Time, what's going on? Yes, Keith, how are you? Jesse, what's going on? I'm sitting next comment, but I can understand. Let's see. Maverick Entity, what's up? Rob Sadler, Bone Daddy, Marcus Hatch, what's up? Kilo Delta, Butter Knuckles, Atomic Entry, what's going on? Twizzle, what's up? Chase, I just want to say thank you, Mecha Warehouse, for being a business with integrity and having a customer-first approach that is sorely lacking today. Cheers to Nick and his family and their next chapter. Thank you so much. Racta, what's up? Death, Hell's Gate, Adonis, Hori Tiger, what's going on? Ravage. You're gonna keep the Mecha Warehouse trademark alive or let it expire. So I don't think we technically have a trademark. I should probably look into that. I don't know what the future holds. I think I alluded to in the video where we're definitely, I think there's some possibilities between the channel, the Discord, and the business itself. That there's perhaps an alternative model, a small side thing that lets us do things on our terms without the pressure and headache of everything else that went along with it. What that is exactly is still kind of TBD, and I don't think any real decisions will get made on that for a little bit, months probably, if not longer, to really understand what it feels like to be free again, if that makes sense. I think there's possibilities, but I don't want to get too zealous about it quite yet. I'm gonna take some time. What's up, Schmo? Tess, best of luck with the future. Plans in time to play some Gojira for a send-off. It would be awesome if someone had to buy it off you. Had somebody actually ask if we were interested in selling. I'm not even sure if I am. I feel like it's mainly the IP and the customer list and all that kind of stuff, and I feel like the amount I'd want for that name, for the brand, basically, is higher than I think someone wants to pay for it. I could be wrong. Maybe something happens. But giving up my option to play on that name in the future is something that would cost a bit, I think. What's up, Velocidad? Sorry to hear the news. You guys were greatly missed. You got me through the pandemic, and I wish this day would never come, but I get your reasoning. Appreciate it. At least you got the time to plan a trip to Japan with the family. There you go. I miss Mecha as one of my go-to places for model kits. With everything we've shared in your life, I understand why. Yeah, it's been too much. I wish I want to run it, is basically how it is. Like I don't want to anymore. obviously, because otherwise I would. But like I want it to make sense and have the possibilities of it working the way we had thought it would work, but it doesn't feel like it can right now. This is my favorite store. Happy to see you right off in the sunset, though. Thank you, Agro Platypus. Game you saw, you conquered. Head up high, Nick. The great. Sorry to hear, but the store would respect the decision and the honesty. You tried to direct people with pre-orders and tariff disaster. Was noticed and appreciated. Thank you. Don't give up the goodwill you've built. Yeah, right. If I win the lottery, we'll talk. Mecha Warehouse got sold to private investors and new owners. The private new owners will be informed. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would make that announcement. I would want to separate myself from it, I think, if that were happening. It's upside down, what's going on? Alright, so I think last time I finished the feet, I'd done one of the legs, so I think it's on to the other leg today. Is that what this was? This A6? I think it was, because A6 is cut out, so I need to do the B8, 9, and 10. What's everybody up to? You guys building along tonight? And everybody have a great Thanksgiving, hopefully. Ours was pretty good. Everything worked out pretty well. It was good to see my family. Dan, that had to be difficult for you guys when you ran it. Honestly, while a certain store in Florida sucked big time. Totally understand. Your family comes first. You only get to see your children grow up once. You don't want to miss it. Mecha Warehouse is my first Gundam community. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of like the decision to start it was I didn't want the regret of not trying, and the decision to shut it down is essentially not wanting the regret of wishing I had. I feel like I'm not able to be as present at home as I'd like. It's eating tons of Kate's time, and the upside just isn't the upside it was back in the day. It seemed like there was a huge upside at one point, but I feel like even if we do everything right and master things, the chance of running a full-time store not being a huge financial burden compared to the alternative, right? Other business opportunities and just the, what I can make in my day job, it just doesn't make sense to give up that and transition into a Gundam TCG shop. I don't want to do anything with cards, man. But great Thanksgiving. Birthday fell on it this year. Started my Redacted 3 build tonight. Cool. My brother was born on Thanksgiving many years ago. I usually celebrate his birthday on Thanksgiving. He actually couldn't make it this year because he was working. Build RG Shining, but keep watching the chat. TCG is risky these days. Plenty of store break-ins. I get it. Have you gotten the card yourself at all? No, I haven't had time. I'm not super interested. I honestly just don't. Can you do building live streams even if the site is shut down? I can. I don't know if I will. If I do, it will become more infrequent and more because I want to. Basically, my MO at this point is trying to get rid of things that I feel like I have to do, regardless of whether I want to do them. And I really want to stream sometimes, and sometimes I really don't. So we'll see what that becomes. It's sometimes I just envision being able to sit quietly and listen to music or a good podcast or something, watch a show while building would be kind of nice to do, at least some of the time, and kind of do it in my terms again. But I don't know. I might not be able to give it up entirely. Let's put the final top coat on RG High Noon. Now deciding what to start next. My fun Gundam fan, but these streams got me building. Thanks for all you do. Thank you. Thanks for selling this to private investors. I've considered it. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. I had at least one person that I'm aware of. I don't know if I've seen every message that's come in yet. At least one person has indicated an interest in buying. I just don't know if we'll be able to come to a deal that everyone would like. And I don't know that I want to give up my ability to use the name in the future. Nick, family should always come first. You made the right decision for you and your family. I put it in order after watching a video earlier. Thanks for the community support. Thanks, dude. We ran a little bit of extra this weekend. Yesterday we figured out getting a second packing station up. Required knocking down one of our shelves to be able to move things in a way that let us run that station. And then we ran two today as well as an extra shift, trying to catch up. And the extra orders, I think, from the website traffic generated by the announcement today actually, I think, pushed more orders today than we were able to pack today. So digging the hole deeper, I guess. Take up mechanical engineering as a hobby to build your own IRL mecha. I mean, I've been doing the software engineering for a while. Advice for someone that's compiled a hobby shop size backlog, that thanks to you guys. I don't know, keep the kits for yourself. If you do, make sure you do the research, thorough research, Nick. Yeah, of course. I've done a little bit of research here and there on that stuff. I definitely would go in eyes wide open on that. Someone at your door might get the Epion. Like I said, Nick, you have my support decision going forward. We'll be here for you. Thank you. We understand and respect the decision due to family and passions. Genuinely love what you built and who you are. Thank you, Christopher. Like I said, like I want to. It just doesn't make sense, and it's pained me. Is that the right word? There's been a lot of comments from people over the last few weeks, or people that come to pick up in the shop that have been saying stuff, you know, these awesome things about us and how it's great to have someone local or whatever, and it's just been like, oh man, like this news is coming. This sucks. How do you manage to get out of your lease? I know you just got the current warehouse. So our current landlord is really cool. He, you know, he's run businesses. He understands. It's the kind of space that we expect to be able to fill up again really fast, because it's basically like a flex unit, and those tend to not stay in the market super long. So the presumption is he'll be able to get somebody in there pretty quick. He didn't seem worried. I don't know that we're out, or if we'll be out when he has someone to take it over. I'm not too worried about it either way, though. I think if we're completely shut down, he'll probably give us some leniency there. But I think we'll have enough time where he'll be able to start marketing it, to get somebody in there pretty easy. We're still open when I get my tuition reimbursement tax. I'm definitely putting a big order with you guys. You got me back at Gunpla. Thanks, Mimic. Bro, just heard. Instead of putting my kids to bed, I want to join for at least a bit. Super bummer, but I totally get it. Thanks, dude. Let's see. Do what you have to do. Researching private investors. I'm not searching out anything. If opportunities come to me, then we'll go from there. A few sticker packs and resources, gift cards are turned off. Thanks for providing us cool space for the community. Thank you. BRB, I think I missed a video. Yeah, I think you did. If none of this is making sense, you want to check out the video that I posted this morning. And yeah, I turned off gift cards today. Figuring that if somebody isn't fully aware, which is totally possible if they're not in the community, that they might buy a gift card for somebody and don't want any extra gift cards floating out there that might not be redeemable in the future. Getting negative pushback from anyone? Not that I've seen so far. There's been some, you know, I'd say neutral comments here and there, but nothing negative so far. I'm sure there's a couple people out in the world that are having a good laugh. Perhaps an evil laugh, but you know, whatever. That's for them to do. Quick question: if I place an order and do pickup, would it be less headache for you and the team? Pickup's fine. Shipping's fine. It's just the matter of time. If you do a pickup order, we won't have to pack it. But if you place a pickup order and show up before it's ready on its own, then it might disrupt operations in the warehouse because it's, you know, someone's got to stop and go get it depending on the day of the week and stuff. So, but it's not a hassle to have something shipped either. If you want to have something shipped, just understand it's going to take a hot minute for it to get out the door with the backlog of orders we have. At some point, they should slow down because we're going to run out of stuff. Negatively, I honestly don't understand people sometimes. Yeah, I mean, people are... I feel like the support and messages have all been pretty positive today, though, so it was a little challenging reading comments today. Just a few recollections of things that brought back some warm memories. Birthday codes still valid for a while? Yes. Yeah, codes will still be valid. They'll probably still go out as well. You'll just have fewer options to use them because there'll be less stuff. But like I said, we're still planning on receiving all the stuff we've ordered from our distributors and stuff. I expect we'll get a batch of the new Gundam, for example, the Unleashed, the new one. And, you know, we'll probably try to pre-sell them when we get word that and confirmation that we have a batch at our distributor to make sure we don't get too many, which was the plan all along anyway. And make sure they don't take up a ton of space in the warehouse. In some ways it'll be easier because I think if we clear out enough stuff in the next few weeks before those have a chance of shipping to us, we might be able to knock down a few more shelves, which will give us room to stack some pallets up along the wall or something. So that'll come in handy. Okay. Well, the community that has resulted from Mecha Warehouse, thank you for being the catalyst for so many builders. The site is running super slow now, is it? Interesting. The current active visitors isn't actually that high compared to other peak times that we've had, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Unless the website backend is otherwise crushed for some other reason. Hello, Nick. Hello, everyone. How's everything going? Pretty good. How are you? Well, considering, but it's bittersweet. I'm actually really relieved to have gotten that over with. Still gonna make a Shenlong char. You should. Every conversation I've had that has been sort of relevant to it has resulted in me having to bite my tongue on things. I'm glad to not have to do that anymore. Could be on my end as well, despite living in the heart of Comcast country. Our internet is super. Happy that I just spent almost the whole day with my wife shopping for Christmas. Nice. It's always good. Imagine it's like taking a heavy bird off your shoulders, almost how Rock Lee dropped the ankle weights in Naruto. Appreciate you being so upfront. I'm sure it's very hard. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten used to it. I feel like it's just been how we do things. We've had other tough times, and we've always just led with truth and transparency, and people tend to understand and respect it. It's in a lot of ways easier doing that, especially if you're going to put your name and face to it. In some ways it would have been easier to do all this stuff and just be another nameless, faceless business, but I don't think we'd be where we're at without the name and face, if that makes sense. Missed last week since I was deer hunting, but was successful with 2 doe. Any tips on this kit for potential tough to sell me for painting after the snap build? There's a few spots that I haven't had too much trouble. There's a few things I've had to take apart because I snapped them together wrong, and they came apart pretty easy. Yeah, so not much needed quality time instead of working all the time. Yeah, for sure. Feels like you had a zero BS policy when it comes to talking to us. Yeah, I tried very hard. There are a few times where I feel like I had to be careful, either protect our partners or other things where I couldn't necessarily share all the intimate details because we're under NDA or whatever with somebody, but trying not to be more, I don't know what the right word is, more protective of information than we had to, if that makes sense. For another store that has your integrity is the tough part. I think it is, and I honestly don't know if in our current climate you can run a store the way that we have been and be successful. Like the things I think we would have to do to be more successful, one, we'd have to do third-party stuff just because it's so popular. So take the risk on the IP infringement and any legal hurdles that end up coming from that. We would need to offer pre-orders the second something gets announced, like certain other large stores do. Even if we didn't know if we'd be able to get those numbers, it seems easier to get things now than they were, but you could always encounter the thing where you can't. And just kind of putting our customers second, and that's part of the reason why we're shutting down, is because I don't want to have to do things in a way that compromises my personal ethics. You know, I'd rather do things right or not at all. So my wife at the closing, I was telling her that one of the things I've always appreciated about Mecha Warehouse is the way it was ran. Thank you. Saw your video today. It's sad to see the announcement of the decision. Close Mecha Warehouse, but we do wish you the best of luck for you and your family in the next chapter of your life goals. Thank you. Can't wait spending down by only buying from you guys. Thanks, Nick and Joy. In your next journey, your shop is one of the go-to stores where I started collecting more than a year ago. I had to darken your soul, basically do things you didn't want to do. Right, and there's only so long you do that. How do you feel about Gun Planet or USA as your competitors? I'm not super fond of one of those. You can guess which one, probably. The other one I'm more or less indifferent to. I've heard less negative things about. This would take a backseat for sure. Glad I picked such a good company to stick with. No idea what I'm doing now. Yeah, you and me both. I don't know what I'm going to do if there's things that get released in the future that I need. I'm going to have to work on that. See if I can find who the next best thing is. What's up, Barry? And Nick, you're the first plastic crack dealer I ever bought from. Said Mecha Warehouse is closing, but happy that my first gift from you was a kit. Hell yeah. the best kits are. Any other shops you recommend? I haven't purchased from anyone. I just got here. Mecha Warehouse is shutting down. Yeah, check out the video I posted earlier today. Always were the best when it came to shipping times. No 2-week wait like some places, except for right now. I think we are delayed now by more than we have ever been delayed. Especially considering our limited capacity to catch up quickly. You did tell us if you're interested in a kit. You just take it off the shelf. Got to get used to pre-ordering again, Nick. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do that. I honestly think I'll probably, like, my hope is to get some more IPMS stuff as time allows. And start building and competing more, and I'll probably be checking out shops that have tables at events and stuff more than I have. When the prices are good, at least. Support the little guy, if you will. Unless I can find somebody else that I believe in, I guess. Tough time for hobby shops in general. We lost Hobby Town last year, and 1.5 hour away is closing soon. If the site shuts down, I feel like enough in my backlog to keep me going for a long time. I don't have a problem, I swear. Don't close the Discord community, please. We won't be shutting it down. Worst case, if I don't want to just kind of keep it running status quo, we'll find some way to give it back to the community. But I think there's some other possibilities there too, so over the next few months we'll be exploring all that. Never been brand loyal, but Mecha Warehouse is where I always look first and try to order them from the most. You're the most consistently reliable and well-run on shop online. You're gonna be missed. Thank you. To load, that'll probably happen, but if I see you at a hobby show in the future, I'll give you a handshake. Thank you. Process is pretty good, like you guys. They don't do third party also. Yeah, Walter, I think, is the guy who runs that one, and I think he does like 4 other things out of the same space. He's just an entrepreneur's entrepreneur. Got some respect for that. So you're just having someone else to run this wonderful place. I think it's unlikely. I had at least one person that I've seen so far reach out and ask about trying to acquire it, but no clue if something that would actually happen. Make sure you bring Nick a donut too. Question: the video you said you're expecting some use of the MGDO. There's a way to pre-order. Already have 3 MG from Zeta. Got them, so it makes sense to get the final villain of it. No, because while I really like the distributor that we have them secured with, they didn't get their first batch. So supposedly they're getting them, I think, January or February timeline. But they've been screwed by Bandai before, so we'll see. Sean's time to step up and take over. I honestly wouldn't wish it on my... I need to find somebody I hate, and then I'll sell it to them. I don't know how somebody could take it over, honestly, because they would have to replicate what I'm doing and what Kate was doing. It was not putting enough cash to really pay both of us for our time. So I don't think it would put off enough to pay either one person to work a ton or to have several people working it. It's like a scale problem. If we were like 10 times bigger, we probably would make more sense. But it's a hard time to get that bigger. Jeff Bezos sent his chat. Yeah, he wouldn't do it either. And the problem is that the upside is so small. If the quote-unquote big players in the space are like USAG and Big Bad Toy Store, they're not that big. really, in the grand scheme of things. They're bigger than us, but it's not humongous, you know? They're not... The owner of either of those stores is not making millions, I can tell you that for sure. I probably make more at my day job than any of those people make. Not trying to brag or anything, but it's a hard space to make a ton of money in. Scale isn't there. Go back in this hobby in April or so. Got 2 kits from a local comic store, and I bought maybe 5 kits from Amazon for some hard to find stuff, but the other 25 kits are all from Mecha Warehouse. Compare, would you recommend? I don't know. I haven't bought from anybody, so I'll let you know in like a year maybe. We were talking about maybe at some point when everything is done, doing a video where we talk about all the ins and outs of the industry from the inside, all the stuff no one wants you to know about, short of maybe what is protected by NDA. But there's a lot of ugly stuff that makes it hard. A lot of stuff listed, but not a lot of stock in comparison. Alright, F20 and 21. To the party, but I do know what's going on. On that note, we'll still be doing the charity stream. We're going to do something. I still have stuff left over from last year, some giveaway prizes people donated, and some stuff people have donated in the meantime. So I feel like the only right thing to do is to use them to help with the charity stream type stuff. And I'm just not sure if it will be one big one, or if at some point here we're just going to declare every stream as a charity stream until whatever point. I'm trying to get the RG Sosby every time you restock, but I'm always too slow. It sells out so fast. It's hard, and I'd say one of the biggest problems right now for us, and probably for other people too, other stores, is it's so hard to know what to get of something. Some things you could buy a quantity of, and there'll be shelf warmers in that quantity forever, and there's other ones you'll buy and they'll disappear immediately. And which ones are which can practically invert nearly overnight. It makes it really hard to guess what to buy and how to make sure you have enough of the things that are really selling and not too much of the things that aren't. It's just really tricky. Make will be time comes to clear at the warehouse. Will you be having everything must go sale? I don't really want to talk about details on that. It really depends. I've got some ideas depending on what's left when things go to a crawl. We'll probably phase in some sales of some sort. We were talking about maybe having some in-person, like, garage sale, warehouse sale kind of events to sell some stuff that's not listed on the website, and maybe even do a little bit of a build day at the same time. We'll really have to see what we have and what things make sense. People still want to send stuff. Where would we send it to? Then where would we send it to? We'd send it to the warehouse address. It's the 47 Thames Road in Hooksett. You could shoot me a DM or an email or whatever if you're thinking about sending stuff in for something like that. And I can get you those details and make sure Sean has his eyes open for it. Make sure we receive it okay. Do a weekly charity stream for like 4 hours a night or something. I just think we just treat the regular stream, because the donation link that we usually use for Shriners, I don't think it's time locked. I think you could do it for a year. So we could just do it until we can't do it anymore. Like, unrelated, does anyone know when the last time they reprinted the PGGPO1 was? It's been a couple years at least, I think. So a question, did that order Kotobukiya show up? Yes, actually, we started shipping a few of the pre-orders on that big batch of Kotobukiya today. Sean will be working the rest of them on Monday, is the plan. And then I think there's just like one pre-ordered Kotobukiya item left that we expect next month, and then anything that's been pre-ordered will be out the door. There was some stuff in that order that was also not offered for pre-orders, so keep your eyes open for that next week. Thoughts on the Razor? I want to scoop it up. Razor's awesome. I've been using this for, I don't know, like 2-3 years now? 4 years? Really long. It's a serious business. Do I start working on Virtue armor for my MG Virtue? Do I continue the Edis Valkyrie? The Panzer show up? Yep, Panzer was in that. Panzer was the biggest one on that shipment, and then there's the two Tomy Monster Hunter crossover Zoids. There's the Panzer unit. Might have been just those 4 that were pre-ordered. On the MG Epion, should I still order the RG? Yes, the RG is nice, especially at the price we have it right now. 400 on Amazon. I'm willing to make a poor financial decision if they reprint it, but I'm not ready for 400. Yeah, I'd wait. It'll come around again. All but guaranteed. Can I merge 2 orders, or is it easier to just let them come separate? Alright, bro. It's now kids' bedtime for real. Be good, everyone. See you later, dude. Merging orders, we've actually disabled that kind of by policy with the number of orders we're behind, just trying to keep things simple. Manipulating orders like that can sometimes create some headaches in the warehouse. We're just trying to make it easy to keep our heads down when packing and just ship as many as we can. Good evening, Nick. How's it going? Sorry I'm late to the party. Hey, Lord Cross, what's up? No problem. Wait for the 2 lagers, and I'll finally have all of them. Nice. I have to say, I was touching a lot of Panzers today, getting everything queued up for Sean for Monday, and it's very tempting. Time I build a new RG, the kit becomes my favorite RG. RG line as a whole is so good. It definitely is. Couldn't find a blade lagger every time I looked, so I broke my rule and went. We had was that they just restocked recently, didn't they? We just got a batch of those. big gun, isn't it? That's part of it. The little missile pod things, I think, almost more so. Due date for the redacted kit. Build is March, correct? I'm really excited about the one. This one, love the Kyokai Senki kits. Yes, March. Most hearing, reading Panzer on a model kit. I mean, it gives off like heavy arms or Buster vibes, I think. Man, these mold lines are really annoying on this armor. Remember how in the anime Panzerlager couldn't even move. I don't think I watched more than like 2 episodes of any of the Zoids shows. I want to shoot what was in front of it. Still love it. It's up bird soup. Slow moving, overheats, turns everything into XP. Just placed my final order of Mecha Warehouse. Thanks, Jesse. Alright, H24. And what's the other one? E29. I keep getting a Zoid kicks now and again. Sad that my cards contain them tend to get bought up before I commit. I was going to snag the smaller Realized series Command Wolf, but it's already gone. Yeah, it's the eternal problem where we never know how many we need. Like, they go really fast when they come in, unless they don't. It always seems to be the ones we overshoot on are the ones that don't do well, you know? any kits you remember just wouldn't sell. I mean, there's a few. If you look at our 80% off collection, you'll see a bunch that didn't sell very well at all without help. Maybe not none at all, but I built the wind-up ones, some of the battery ones as a kid and loved them. I've built a few of the HMM and felt like they were more finicky construction-wise. It's possible. I never built the old ones. Best guess would be the Dom MG. Dom MG sold. Continue to sell, just slower than we'd like, but that's only what, 40 or 60. That's at the level it's at more because of quantity available than whether or not it sells. It's Pac-Mans for sure. There's a few of those basketball Pac-Mans didn't do very well. The Armor of Legends Ultraman kits, not amazing performers. Surprise, surprise. Only 9 products left in the 80% group. Yep, a lot of stuff's moving. Ultraman just isn't that popular in the West. Yeah, and then you multiply it by the scale factor of the Armor of Legends whatever thing, and it's even more obscure. Categories that are just under 20/10 items left. Just joined. Sad about news, but I expect this when I first saw the Black Friday sale. I don't know that anybody's been really paying close attention would miss it, but a lot of people aren't paying attention, I think. Ultraman are popular, either classic ones from Netflix here in the West. Okay. A25. Be honest, guys, see this coming. You got a day job. I mean, it's a understandable side effect of that because that doesn't help the time thing. We really did think, though, when we moved that we would be able to get the level of effort down to a point that made sense and gave us the opportunity to grow into what we needed it to be. But alas, it didn't really happen. It takes a lot of work to run a business. This one is no exception. And honestly, now that I switched jobs to one that, instead of kind of being hybrid and really requiring less than 40 a week, to one that requires perhaps more than 40 a week sometimes, and more responsibilities and all that stuff, it's just even trickier. Kimber, you're building HD or the FM? This is the FM. It's the redacted kit. Do you lose the ability to order kits in the future from suppliers, or could you still do redacted for fun yearly? I think we're still going to have relationships with some of these distributors and manufacturers, so I think that's still a possibility. That's one of the things that we're kind of talking about is, do we try to run the business as a community-focused, small batch kind of thing, where we do things like a redacted contest, or we do small batches of exclusive items, or something else, or other things in that vein. But that's really where we need some time to do the analysis, see what makes sense, see how much energy we think it'll take, and if it'll be profitable, even if it's not a lot of money. If it can be profitable for the 5 or 10 hours here and there to do something like that, be good for the community, have fun doing it, make a little bit of money on the side, I could totally see doing that. Also, I was just wondering when you actually slept with a day job, kids, and 2 businesses. Yeah, it's tough. It's been especially tough lately. Alright. A2 and F22. I think one of the things I'm looking forward to most, though, is being able to actually kind of like build again, not on stream. Once I get that time back, maybe paint some stuff. That'd be cool. I theoretically have all this spare time. I work a 980 for my day job, so I got a Friday off every other week. I should be able to get really deep into some things. Family gets to do model building nights again. Yeah, that'd be cool. Been trying to the last few weeks. Been couple weeks maybe, 2 or 3. I've been able to do kind of hobby time with my boys. The goal was to do 12 this year. I think we've got like 6 of them, so got to figure out how to get 6 more in between the end of the year to meet that goal, which would be a lot easier to do in the future, I think. You and your kids work on MG together. They each got their own thing. My guess he's still technically 6. He'd be 7 in like a week. He's doing Wing Gundam Sky Zero right now, and my oldest has been playing with this robotics kit in that same kind of time. Okay, so F-23. Actually, I think I can reach it. I turn the heat down. Turn it off. There we go. That would be 34 on the 7th. Well, happy birthday in advance. What was that? F-23. Youngest was getting into the One Piece kits. That's cool. Kind of jealous. I'm the only builder in my family. I mean, everybody. I'm hoping at some point I get Kate back up here. She's got a painting project that's like half finished that she started years ago at this point, probably before my daughter was born. I'm hoping that she gets the time to at least finish that. She's got a couple kits on her backlog. It'd be nice to be able to get everybody kind of involved again. But even the younger one, he's doing stuff pretty much on his own. He basically comes to me when he needs help with a sticker or something, or a part that doesn't make sense. But otherwise, he's pretty self-sufficient. Need to work on his nub removal and cleanup skills, but comes with age, definitely. He's had some practice. He's definitely figuring stuff out. Okay, G24. Wait, there's a G2 runner? I have a... Oh, phew. I got more runners. I almost lost my mind. It's like I'm missing a runner? How could that be? Hey mate, what's up, Brian? My nephew, when he was here for a week, built a couple entry grades, and now he wants a case to display them in. That's cool. Another big challenge I'm going to have is I've got all the Witch from Mercury kits that have been built and top coated so far in one of the display cases at the warehouse, and that display case is going away. So I got to figure out how to squeeze them in here. You think of the MGEX Strike Freedom build, looking for some reviews for it, because I might just pick up one. I haven't built it. I've seen at least one or two built in person, and they've looked pretty cool. I think they can be fairly fragile and require some help balance-wise. Ship it to me. I'll pay for shipping. The display case? I'm definitely gonna sell that bad boy. I just don't know where to put the kits. Got my nephew the shark kit and 80% off. He's trying to find a hobby to get to. That's cool. All right. It's better if I get the God Hand right away or get something like display. I'm serving some high-end nippers. Depends. What have you used for nippers in the past? Honestly, they're pretty darn close to each other, and the display nippers are a lot less expensive, so they're probably better as a first nipper. They'll pretty much do everything the God Hands will do. That said, I've had God Hands and they've served me well for a very long time. Okay, I need 11 and 12. That open already. I've been using display for about 4 years now. I love them. Do you have a favorite MG in mind? I mean, there's so many good MGs. I really like the heavy arms. I'm trying to think, have I built anything else that I really love MG wise? I always struggle picking out favorites because there are lots and lots of good options. What else have I built? MGs. A bunch of the wing MGs. You see stuff I've built has been good too. So maybe just the heavy arms custom maybe. Ultron. Bandai Ultron is pretty awesome too. By the way, I got a glass calligraphy pen today that I'm planning to do panel lines with. The fancier panel line I'll ever do. Cool, let me know how that works out. This was a price you got from autobuilding that you ended up hating. Ended up hating. I don't know. What have I used that I don't like? I think I've had pretty good luck with everything I've used for the most part. Okay, G25. MGB, Barbatos, Sword Impulse, Jesta. I really need to build a Jesta. A Jesta cannon too, but I want to build a Jesta. Got some ideas for customizing one. Looking forward to Barbatos Lupus. I could kind of care less, to be honest. I haven't gotten all the way through IBO yet. I haven't built the regular Barbatos. Like, it's cool. I don't know if I'll get one, though. Hey there, everyone. Just wanted to see what the word is. Mine is bloated and left over everything. It's kind of how I felt Thursday, especially after pie and cake and cheesecake, all made by Kate, brought by us to the festivities this year. Calligraphy pen to panel line, great idea. I want to try that. Have one. Never thought of that. Yeah, there's a few companies that whatchamacallit, offer something like that. This space got one. Like a panel lining pen. It's basically just a calligraphy style pen or whatever. F12. Hey, what's up, Isamu? I'd say good custom G, but the leg hosts that goes from BP to waste are a repetition nightmare of sanding. Make sure you don't fly before assembly. Other than that, that one has the looks. Got the right arm done. Nice. Almost thought I might have time last week to work on the leg that I'm working on now, so I could be working on something kind of new for the stream this week, but clearly didn't happen. Pretty close to getting these legs done though. Just watched the announcement video, sad to see what's going to happen. Yeah, thank you, but fortunately it's kind of what we need to do. Get everything back to a more sustainable point, but you know, who knows, there might be something in our future. I'm pretty sure I spent 4+ hours in a leg and waist. Yeah, I mean, this is what, stream number 3 or something here, working on just the legs, basically. So somewhere over 5 hours so far. So this is here, E211. Definitely hard to keep a shop open these days. I haven't purchased anything in months due to too big of a backlog, but we'll see if there's anything I can grab now. Appreciate it. It definitely, I mean, I think it's an interesting time for the hobby and the industry as a whole, because a lot of people do have backlogs. The economy is a little squishy right now, and it just makes everything more difficult. And when it takes a ton of effort and time to make things work at all, it just really makes that, like, cost per hour or whatever, the hours required for that level of success to be higher than makes sense. Have any Mecha Warehouse coins left for this year? If so, I'd like to get my hands on one. We might have 1 or 2 left. If you send me a DM, we probably have maybe 1 or 2 2025s left, I think. I kind of stopped pushing them, but I think we might have had it. So send me, hit me up on the Discord, and I will, I can check for you. I know we have some left of, I think, 21 and 22, or 22 and 23 as well. But we were really close to out on the most recent coin. Okay, E2, 10 and 11. Definitely gonna try and grab the PG new whenever you get it in though. Cool. Probably gonna do those as like an early bird when we get word that they're available. Let us know how many we really need to get, and potentially even be able to phase the delivery of them, because it's going to be a big boy. It's going to take up a lot of space, so we won't be able to receive a massive number and just have them sit there. Was it a red thing by the part separator? This guy? This is also a part separator. This is the display part separator. It's kind of high tech there. So when you need a metal edge, as opposed to either the plastic ones I have. Should try sharpening a guitar pick too. I've heard that's a good part separator. Another one beneath that. This? Oh, red and green thing. Yeah, it's a red and green thing. That's just a sticker sheet for this kit. Probably won't end up using it. So, question: you're going to get more restock the acrylic marker from Disbay. Just what we received like a week ago. I don't think we're going to receive anything from Disbay at this point. We have no outstanding orders, and that one took like 3 times longer than we had planned on it to take to get in because of some BS and how they were handling things, and we just don't want to deal with that. At this point, we're basically just trying to minimize any risk of anything new coming in that would have to be clearanced in any way, shape, or form to get rid of. Markers probably won't have to be clearanced, but we have some stock, so we'll let that stock run out. If we have more, then that's just more time. Snagged a few display tools of an eye after your announcement video today. Cool, thank you, Brian. Would you get anything good? Okay, so that goes in there. This should go in here. And now we have 2 legs. Just display of a marker set. I don't think they sell a set. It would make sense if they did, I think. But they clearly haven't. Got drill in the vacuum. My wife will be happy with that one. I need to be better about cleaning up my nubs. Yeah, I should see if we still have any of that. I like the glutton. The hair thing would be kind of handy. Alright, so I think this is now the waste unit. The 11, 12, 13. D is a runner I don't have out. I've seen it, but it's usually only available overseas. Oh, the marker set? That could make sense too. But display markers, but my experience was mixed. Most of them were great, but odd ones would be extra runny. It makes a huge mess. Oh, bummer. See if I have runner holders for D already marked out here. Put D over here, and then this one is actually C. Call it a night. Good night, everyone. See you later, Lord Kronos. Hope you have a good evening. Whoop. That was close. I think I need a bigger desk. D, 11, 12, and 13. What does this end up being? Is this like a internal piece or something? How he gets in the cockpit. Okay. Correct. The box I'm going to look at is the pilot figure bigger than a typical MG Gundam pilot, or about the same. It's going to be larger. This is a 1/48 scale, I think. Not a big fan of the animator thing, but seeing how the build is coming together kind of makes me want one, just a little bit. Pretty solid kit. Sad to hear that you're closing shop, but I'm glad I purchased Mecha Warehouse apparel recently for some memorabilia. That's cool. Thank you. Kyoku Senki kits were way better than Kyoku Senki Show. The whole thing was all the rage there for a moment. think some people really liked the show, didn't they? I never watched it, but all right, D9. It would have been cool to get the Mecha Warehouse apparel in different climate zones like GM's. Can't wear black outside the desert or taints too much heat. I hear that. Both arms done. I think I'll stop there for now. Hold on, we'll hear this for now. Like it was trying to be like code. Gas. D9. There we are. I mean, well, I guess maybe you're referring to like t-shirts or something. I was gonna say a hoodie you wouldn't want to wear outside. I mean, we had gray, we had some light gray t-shirts and stuff. We might even still have some light gray t-shirts in stock. Gray is my favorite one from you guys. The dark gray shirts are my favorite. I feel like the blend with their anvils tees, that dark gray blend is just very, very soft and comfortable. Get a hoodie for my daily walks, getting cold outside. More than a hoodie around here. It's been freezing in the morning. My airbrush setup for the most part. I've been able to get a lot more done with the backlog. Get a setup for yourself or a friend, they'll be happy. D10 at D15. So bank and get the Mecha Warehouse magical nipper someday. Maybe we'll just have to transition to a product company or something. Is the Mecha Warehouse beanies in stock still? Gonna be a rough winter. Decent beanies too. Just placed one of many last orders. Thank you, dude. And we're getting close to twice as many new orders today as we packed today. Not a beanie guy, but I'm going to get them just for the memories. Okay, so this here, so there's something like that. Sorry, and that goes there, and then it rolls over this way. There we go, F5. I think someone was asking about the figure. Pretty large. Nice, easier to paint. Just like that in the Proud Over Mecha Warehouse Black Beanie. MG pilots always look like hot garbage. One of these days I'm going to learn all that stuff. I want to paint some pilot figures at some point. So join the Beanie Brigade. You'll need to see your Onyx pilot suit colors. Cool. Alright, have a great stream. I'm going to head out and have an early morning. Best to you and the family. Thank you. Have a good evening as well. Or good morning. Gotta love those early mornings. Alright, A26 and H19. close to the end here for tonight. No, H19, right? H19. Here we go. Wonder how complex this waste unit is going to ultimately be. It looks like there's some parts in here. Oh, I see. That's part of the waste unit. The back skirt is where the that other piece goes. That must fold out as a lift or something. Thanks for the sub, Jory Han. This goes in like that. Cool. And this goes here. Oh, I see. And that folds up in there. So this must come down underneath to act as like a lift or something. It's kind of an interesting concept. C32 and 38. Okay, so how much of this piece actually needs nub cleanup? Bottom part probably matters. This part probably doesn't. Top might too, so I'll clean up that as well. Looks like we'll either get the waste unit finished or almost finished today, and then wrap up the rest next week. Are you guys going to get anything from the snowstorms rolling through? I'm not sure. We had some snow today. Nothing really. Was it today, I guess? Or it was just, maybe it was yesterday. Yesterday we had a little bit of snow. Today I guess we did. But nothing really stuck for the most part. Just fell in the last 24 hours here. Oh wow. Kind of holding my breath. We got the garage mostly cleaned out, but not 100%. I need to rearrange a few things still. Probably should make that a priority tomorrow, so I can get the truck in the garage, because at some point it is going to snow bad and then I'm going to be in trouble. And there's nothing so exciting and fun as trying to take care of that kind of stuff late at night, because you know you got a big snowstorm coming overnight or something. That goes in there, and then C31. Chicago area is getting pounded. I've cleared the driveway twice today and already, and I'll be heading out again on the stream ends. Oof, I hate those kind of storms. Haven't seen much here in Ohio, just some flurries, but my nephew got hit with ice and snow while driving from Kentucky to Oklahoma. Hey Nick, been a while since I've been on here. Just got home from driving in a snowstorm. Sorry to hear the news, but understandable. Thank you for everything you've done. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate the kind words. Columbus, Ohio, and it usually takes 2 hours to get home. In Cleveland area, it took almost 4 hours. Oh, that's rough. Do you guys get much snow there normally? Is this like unusual, or is it normal? I'm not sure. I know Ohio is further south than here, but I don't know if it's in the area that you usually get nothing, or in the area that this is kind of normal. Right, A19, D14. Where I live, this is normal. Okay. D14. Really appreciate these streams. I've been listening to them for almost 2 years and a half, if not more already, either when doing Uber or while doing other stuff at home. Right now I'm building. Glad you appreciate them. To see what happens. A few people have asked about whether the streams will continue, and I might do a stream occasionally. That used to be normal when I was growing up, but winters have been greener more recently for Central Ohio. I feel like we've gotten less snow up here, knock on wood. I like the idea of snow. I hate cleaning it up. I got 6 inches so far today, but it's pretty normal for here in Michigan. Well, Michigan, of course, you're gonna get snow in Michigan for sure. Mecha Warehouse has always been my go-to shop since I started building during the pandemic. Hate to see you guys go, and as a local guy, I'll give beer sometime. Thanks. Get a flamethrower to clear the snow. Oh, I've thought about it. I've thought about robots with flamethrowers. I've done all of this. Maybe with my soon-to-be-discovered copious amounts of free time, I'll be able to design an automated snow-clearing machine. Snow's great to look at, but pain to get to go out in it. Yeah, I mean, there's some aspects of snow are fun. Sledding can be fun. I love when the kids can enjoy the snow. I hate having to clean it up. The snow itself is not too bad. Air is fresh, but when they plow, it's horrible. That's why whenever I even hear a hint of snow, I go to the grocery store the day before. Kyoko Senki Kids deserve more love. Too bad the show is mostly mediocre. Nobody watched it. It was hot for a moment there. I remember when we had, like, we ended up with a lot of those kits because for a little while they were flying off the shelf. Then it seemed like overnight everybody forgot about them. Build my unlimited budget house, I would have heated driveway, sidewalks, and deck. The calcium compound they use to treat the roads is worse. As I am a diesel mechanic, gets on my hands and just eats them. Never watched the show, but I love the designs and got so many Senki kits. They're definitely cool as like a alternative to Gundam. If you're used to just building Gundam stuff, this definitely has a different feel to it. Did they already put salt out in the road where you live? I don't know if I've seen any here. We haven't really had like a real snowstorm yet. We had a little bit of snow yesterday. I think this finishes the waste unit, actually. This piece here. So maybe that'd be a good place to end for the night. Patrick has been up to. Actually, funny you ask. You saw him today. He stopped by to pick something up. I think he's working in a school somewhere, taking some classes, doing some teaching stuff. Not sure what he's teaching. I don't know if I caught that. I was in and out of the conversation as I was grabbing stuff, getting it ready to go. Keep the love of the build, Nick. It's been a pleasure being a customer of yours all these years. Thank you. I'm really hoping to get back into the building. I feel like I've been so detached from really enjoying the hobby lately. The last couple of years especially. I'm hoping I get back to you know, enjoying what got me into this in the first place, and spend some real time working on painting and building, customization, all the good stuff. I feel like when I started the business, half the point was to be able to spend more time doing it, and I feel like I ended up spending less time. Less good time anyway, less focused time, less in-depth time. More superficial stuff. And I'm really happy to be able to change that. Alright, so we got one leg. Sure you covered this, but are you still going to be streaming here and there in the future? I think occasionally might be possible. I really got to see what things feel like. Probably not as consistently, just because. Oh, that's cool. I feel like this is gonna have some presence to it with its size. But I hope I could see doing some streams here and there to really see where things get. I'm looking forward to not having to do anything, so if I can do it when I feel like it, then for sure. That's cool. This is gonna be pretty cool when it's all all built up, I think. I feel like the legs on their own don't really feel like much, but now that they're here with everything else, it's got something going on. They're going to compete in different competitions, at least in the East Coast. I want to be able to like focus on that stuff, you know, really enjoy getting into that aspect of the hobby at a level that I haven't been able to. I've just like been able to pay lip service to it most of the last 7 years, and a few minor attempts here and there, but being able to just go and spend real time on it, I think will be helpful. I think that's where we're going to end it tonight. So we will be back next week. That's the plan anyway. 8:30 p.m. Eastern, picking up where we left off, continuing with this kit and all that good stuff. So hope you guys all have an excellent week. If you haven't yet, head over to mechawarehouse.com. Check out the stuff on the sale. The 30, 40, 60, and 80% off collections will still be active after Monday, Cyber Monday, but the 20% ends. So take a look, grab what you can, and we'll see you all next week. Have a great week, guys. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for everything over the years. See you guys next week.